Father, I don't know if it terrifies me more to think about them suddenly coming up to me and acknowledge me out of blue, like, ha, yeah, and the responsibility and the burden of carrying that weight, which really isn't a weight, it's just supposed to be a life, it's no big deal. It's supposed to be my life, I can step into it, it's just what I do. Or to not be accepted under affirmative action, as I've been all my life, that they like the idea, they like the idea, they like the idea, and they'll just take it and run. And I'm sit here by myself, and that's about all there is to it. And I just sit here and watch the grass grow. And I try through preaching on the radio, and it does encourage me to an extent. I am hearing the favor coming through, I am hearing the word getting out. But I'm still hearing the same old preachers come along, and still the someday. But a lot of preachers are getting it. Tony Evans and everything, yeah. A lot of people are getting it to attach the word to the here and now. Heaven and hell and earth is all one thing, one place. AD, we were born into the glory of God. That's why I can't really listen to the Bible too much, because they're all someday, and they sit around here and they let everything waste. And I can't, I'm not made that way. And at the same point in time, I'm under arrest, affirmative action, I'm not even allowed to try. And unorthodox, I mean, I didn't come up through their channels, I'm not a clone writer. I don't touch all the bases they say touch. I follow my Lord, He brings me in, drops me off, and that's that. But, you know, just to have this information, have this ability, and have this vision, and not be able to act on it when I thought they'd perceive me immediately at first, wondering all my life and looking around the corner, and oh, this time they're going to be waiting, surprise, we heard what you say, surprise, we heard you, surprise, we hear you now, surprise. It never comes. And now at this point, they've thrown everything I had away. They've segregated it out of me, jurisdicted it away. But to sit here and listen to the gospel, or listen to these nuns say the rosary, Mother Mary stuff, that's the Dominicans. That's the book of Psalms. And if they put on the dirt doctor, I'm going to sit here and just smoke my joint and pull the weeds out and plan to do my dishes and do the laundry later on. That's all fine and well. I'm going down the corner store, or the store down Fishtown, because I still owe the corner store some money. So I'm doing this month just down the other store so far. I'll get my smokes and get some detergent so I can come back and get my clothes. And I'll overdraft my account again. And that's the other thing I got to check on, because now all of a sudden everything's frozen. They haven't given me any overdrafts. I don't. Father, they can act on their own. They're supposed to. And they're not supposed to just say what I'm telling them to say. They're supposed to want to. They're supposed to know God. They're supposed to know me. They're supposed to know themselves. They're supposed to know general society. You wonder why they're tearing down statues and everything. Your teachers, you know, mystery. They're not going to have another 12,000 years like they've had. Like they've viewed, like they've seen. Even though you didn't cover history, they still know it's there. 2,000 years of mystery, of Christ that was done. The mystery of Christ that was done. They can't even explain the word, and the word's right there in front of them. But now they're learning. If I don't believe left by the wayside, I'm supposed to be a deacon. They were going over that description today. And this one wife thing. Yeah, one God, one man. They don't even know what it means. If I have more than one wife, what man is there to tell me that's not good or that's good? Using the word of God. Which one? Can you get it out of your head? Look at your own bed. That's it. Period. You're done. That's it. That's you. Look at your pee-pee. Look at what you're doing. You're done. That's you. Get out of my life. And do not say your shit to my wife. Do not sell your shit to my bride. Do not preach your shit over my children. Keep it bottled up inside. You're secular. Shut your mouth. Freedom to speak anything you want. Don't speak on religion. Depending on what school you go to, oh, well, this religion, that religion, this religion, that religion. You wonder where the angst comes from, Lord. They're so close all the time, and yet they're not going to come. Hello, hey bear, yeah, this is what we got in mind. Hey bear, we brought over some food and stuff for you. We got some sandwiches. We got some guys here. Here's your friends and stuff like that. We just want to talk to you. These are designed. You're like, how would you like? Put on whatever you want to put on. You want to watch TV? You want to listen to radio? What's the background? You just want people walking around, just mixing, mingling, and we'll sit here and we'll talk to you. We got our pencils and paper, just show us. And we'll start on it. We know what we're doing. It's what we do for a living. It's what we dream to do. It's our gift from God. This is what we do. And we get paid to do it. Oh. Just that simple, huh? And then I can relax and just be me. And I can do all the weed and do the dishes and do the laundry and eat and whatever I want to do. Putter around, check on about jobs, write some stories, whatever. My life will go on, my family's safe, I'm safe. The whole world's safe. The kingdom's come. We live after, this is life. You're not going to look at death the same way anymore. You're not going to die on schedule. You're not going to go through the, oh, well, this is the age you get when you get decrepit. This is the age where you get when you... Pull that your ass. That's not what you look for with expectation. You look for life and life everlasting. You wake up and you go to sleep. That's it. Other than that, you do your job. You be your person. You enjoy heaven. Don't ever stop. But, you know, without a regular income and a nest egg, 57 years old, gonna be 58 next month. I don't have no nest egg, it's hand to mouth. And then I got credit in Fishtown and Kensington. I can't win the world and do everything for you. You don't even want me doing it for me. And you're damn sure put every roadblock in place to stomp on me to hold it back. Divine connection, divine connection, divine connection. Except, oh, affirmative action, step on their face. I was listening this morning, they said with some kind of blasphemy. Oh, all these artists over centuries and centuries and centuries of science and everything, they're all white guys. Slavers. They're all children of light. They're all emissaries of light. What, does that say black's bad? Does that say brown's bad? Does that say Asian's bad? Does that say that any were less in any way? Sorry, I think the cat was seeing the cats in the neighbor's window and she popped her head through the fence to take a look. And I'm trying to teach her just to stay inside the yard so I can come out here and I can sit down and she can run around. And yeah, this is her whole world is back here. I walk her outside, I hold her in my arms, and yes, I want to get her a leash. The one I got her was this thing for cats, and it's like, there's a long collar. All you want for a dog just goes over the neck, push it right here. Yeah, the kitty one does that too, but just too much around the neck. Just an open thing like the dog. And around the chest, and that's it. I can walk my cat outside on the street, and I can take her places with me. Maybe get an accessory cat bag, you know. Whatever. She's not locked up here either. She's out with me. And then when my family comes along, and that comes into place, and the staff and everything, yeah, sure, she can stay here all day. She ain't got to traipse around with me. I just want to make sure she has a full life. Sharing with her what I have. That's all. She's a child. I don't want to teach her to speak. But I want to teach her to understand. Well, talking cats, if we get them outside cartoons, really people are going to freak out. But anyhow. I just don't want to be left behind. No, you don't take these ideas and bury me and go off and do it. They did that to everybody. Good ideas, good ideas, good ideas. They kill the prophet and then they go and do it. Because then they can exploit it, manipulate it, and segregate it the way they want it to be. That's the pendulum shit. I'll take you that pendulum and I'll beat you with it. How's that sound? That's not fair to you? Equal application of the law. I'll beat you just the way I'll beat somebody else? How's that sound? Don't matter what color it is. That's the shit you want to do? Here, pow! Done. How about if I do it with a blindfold? Just let me hear your voice in the ear and tell me that they're guilty and line them up in front of me. How's that sound? How does it go left and right until the heads start falling? Don't care if they're man, woman, child, or what color they are. No, it makes no difference. They've already had their due process. Bye. I advance you to the next court. Be on your way. And you're right back here again? No, you had judge got through your life. That means when you come back through, you're just bored. You're just here. And hopefully with the wisdom and hopefully that bad teaching is all burned off. That's what it's promised. You see for yourself, oh yeah, all your life. Tomorrow never comes. Your soul's required tonight. Oh, just one more drop of water, one more drop. Just let me go back to my brothers. Tell them what? Tell them what? Where they've been all their life? They've been all their life? And you're still there? Only now on the other side? Well, you know what? You're supposed to be building this and building that and building this, and you step into a kingdom. Now you're in a kingdom where you're not even able to buy or sell. But you've earned no right to nothing. You don't even exist. You brought your hell on yourself. And you're in the middle of it. Only you can't die. Want to die but can't die. Already there. Have a good day. No more of that. No more limbo, no more of that, any of that garbage. New Testament, that's it. AD, it's done. And yeah, I meant what I said about the Catholic and the Salvation Army. If those two wenches are like that, they're the ones Planned Parenthood doing this crap. I'm sure Father Mitch Packwood doesn't know nothing about that. I'm sure if he did, if that's the Hammer and Francis doing that, I can understand why Francis doesn't want to be in there anymore. I can understand why the Hammer backed out as soon as he took a swing at God's door. You don't swing that hammer in this direction, I'll stick it up your ass. And I'll pull it out the other side. So, that's just the word. It'll clean you right through. It'll search your heart. It'll let you know if you're true. Not a problem with it. A blink of an eye, poof, right through, done. Do it from 100 yards away, do it from 1,000 miles away, do it from the other side of the world. Boop, done. Self-governance for the entire world. Self-sufficiency. Worship and work. Giving thanks and recognizing, acknowledging all things are God, even us. The kingdom and heaven all around us here. Can you have any idea what happens when you align? Can you imagine? The United States at the peak. It just keeps getting better. The more you peak, the more you want to look. The more you look, the more you're going to stay. Make sense? But I'm trying. That's it. I'm trying to keep myself focused. Did work a little bit last night pulling the weeds, but I'm still listening. I got to keep my ear on because we're so close, Father. They're right there. All they have to say is yes there. They don't change it. All they keep being themselves. Everything around them is change for change. And all of a sudden, even their own character inside. Because to be able to ask with expectation, leaning on the word, and know ahead of time when they ask, is already given before they even had a chance to ask. I don't give my kids snakes when they ask for bread. My kids ask for bread, I break them off a piece. They want some bread, I bake them a loaf. They're still hungry after that, I make them another. Maybe add some gravy to it, some sausage, a little bit of peppers and onions. What? You want to eat dry bread all the time? Or you want to sop it up with some gravy? Common sense. God has a beautiful appetite, a wonderful appetite. Look at all the other things we have naturally. And yet you choose synthetic? What do you think it does to your body? I'm just one cell. I'm an amoeba, a single cell amoeba. That's me. Me and the other, we're inside here. All right, all right. Okay, okay. Yeah, we're all here. And as they all come together and his enemies have made his footstool, well, not only do you see it already in a disciple's perspective, when you see next to your brother and sister, your father and your mother, the reflection of your family, the roles that you grew up in, the love that you're surrounded with, the wisdom, the understanding, the intellect, the sincere compassion to want to know you. Study the Father, know his ways. It helps you with God. Omnipotence. Don't turn away. I see a nice island girl coming down the beach naked. I ain't gonna call her heathen. I'm gonna say, hey baby, hey baby. Stands to reason. I ain't gonna make her my slave. Slave ain't gonna do nothing but be baggage. I want her at my side. That's where my wife belongs. That's where my women belong. At my side. Extensions of myself. I got this business, this business, this business, this business. And you're going to run this for me, and you're going to run it. I don't need life insurance. They have perpetual industry that never stops. I don't have to bank on dying. I don't have to gamble when I'm going to die. I don't cast lots for myself. I don't dig myself graves. I live life. I plant gardens. I raise beauty. I teach love. I inspire breath of life. Life of breath. Create in his image. The closer you get, the more you get touched. I'm pretty touched right now. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is gay. This is gay. Do you hear that, homosexuals? This is gay. This is what it means. This is a 1700 definition for what Webster gave. Gay. Multi-spirited. You couldn't understand it, but filled with spirit. Living by the word incarnate. Gay, and even come in the room, your shadow, the entire room would lighten. Knowing you, your community, your brothers and sisters, your family, your fathers and mothers, your uncles, your aunts, your children. The blessing just to see you in your ways and in your secular. You don't have to go over the book every day. You're living the life every day. You're living incarnate the word. Forgive as you're forgiven. We have the code of laws, the rules, regulations, Bill of Rights, Constitution. The preamble would be good for right now. Reading about how this is what we did to get independent. We wrote the letter to King George. No more your fads. No more your fancies. No more your crap. We don't have kings like that here. We don't have high priests like that here. We go with God here. We have direct connection. This is Moses to God, God to Moses. Well, at least I am. And that's good enough. It only takes one. God shows you that. God told you that. The Word tells you that. He testifies for himself. He testifies for me. I testify for him. He witnesses for me. I witness for him. Now, is that me talking or is that him? Am I doing payback or am I doing a reciprocal? Am I doing the initiated? Or am I the one reciprocated? We decrease and he increases. That should answer your question. Because then understanding leads to that wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. I become the Quaker, the fighting Quaker. And he is my sword. He is the rock of my salvation. He is my strong fortress. He's there with me. He's there before me. He goes ahead of me. He stays behind me. He's at my side. But if you don't have proper understanding of life and of love and of life everlasting, as you walk through this Armageddon they call life, it's when you face death and you face the death of your friends and growing old and all this stuff. But you've been taught to face it like a man, not like a kingdom citizen. You just grow in grace. That's all. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no rat race, ain't no biological clock, ain't none of that stuff. Those are all man implied. Do you ever see the way an abusive farmer gets that mule and a horse to move? The whip. A taskmaster. The Federal Reserve cost of living. Because they're sitting there and they're raking your cash from their taxes. And that's how they realize you're not working hard enough. Because they want more. And they know you can put it out. And if you didn't have your family to tie you down, that's why they killed the Chinese man's family, Sue, whatever his name was, to get him to stay there because he was a prophet. They killed his whole family. Can you imagine that? This is how we ask you to be our God? Can you imagine God asking his son to let that be like that? Can you imagine? That's the folly of Olympus. That's the board of elders. Everyone, each one in their lame excuse, blaming the other. 38 years of stirring. They never touched the water. They never got by the water. If they got anywhere near the water, it'd burn them up alive. Because they don't want to have nothing to do with the water. They're the beavers building the dam. Oh, hell of a statement. Beaver, Pennsylvania, huh? Oh, sounds interesting. Scarlet. Frankly, my dear Scarlet, I don't give a damn. Words best spoken or never spoken to begin with. A little bit of movie trivia. You'd be surprised what you hear when you like a fly on the wall. And you'd be surprised how, as when you're blind, your touch and everything, perception increases. When you're born and raised a white Christian in Philadelphia, in the United States of America, since the age of 11, what did I get for a Gentile bar mitzvah? You're white, you're no good. We even passed a law that we can offer if we wish to for abortion. And oh yeah, everything about your country is lies. I'm a stranger in my own land. That's why Moses never crossed over. Where's he going to cross to? That's why when Joshua crossed over, he was still here. You get it? Moses didn't get to cross in their promised land. Joshua did. And yet neither left the same planet. Did you catch that? A little bit? A little bit? And the things I say when they manifest and they appear and they disappear, these actually happen. I can lean on conscious perception, where if you're totally unconscious or blind to something, because you're not being taught, you're not seeking, you don't even know where to look. God will be right in front of you and you'll look and you won't see nothing, it'll be totally invisible. Same thing works with the spirit world. Mercy and grace. Do they see us in heaven? If they didn't see you in heaven, would the martyrs still be complaining? If they did not see you in heaven, would the martyrs still be stuck where they were? Heaven, Christ already having ascended. Do you think they're the same martyrs? Christ freeing all the slaves, freeing all the captives, absolving everybody of sin. Do you think the martyrs are still underneath of that? For 2,000 years, oh no, give it to the Lord, give it to the Lord. 2,000 years clamoring, I want to be vindicated. I need to be avenged. Or do you hear the same martyr, or later on martyr, same ilk, the lepers, the deplorables, the expendables, the collateral damage. Enforce the law. Uphold the Constitution. Do you hear the martyrs? Enforce the law. Uphold the Constitution. Do you hear the martyrs? They sound like they're 2,000 years old? Enforce the law. Uphold the Constitution. Do they sound that old to you? Yes, that was the same thing they were saying back then. Enforce the law. Uphold the Constitution. Then again, Jewish law back then had to do with the Bible and the Torah, the first 5 books. And the Roman had the law of legal and magistrate. But even so, the Jews still called, enforce the law. Uphold the Magna. They had 12 steps. Uphold the moral. Uphold the civil. Uphold the civic. We need more infrastructure. Rome. America. Do you see it? Jerusalem. Israel. Do you see it? But just don't let me sit here. And don't scare me out of my pants. I'm worried enough that people are going to start popping out thin air. Don't become, holding outside with the cameras and the reporters going out. He didn't do that all this time. So don't make a big deal of it. Come down to scrapyard. Don't call me on the phone. Do not call me on the phone. And stop your scoffing, Jimmy. Oh, your car accident. I don't have a car yet. I'm working on it. I hope we get a truck. I'm praying about it. And this winter I can start going visit my own family again. Get out of doing this stuff. I told you till I'm blue in the face. It's up to God to let you know. He told me, he showed me, and I'm sure I'm showing a lot of people by now. But if you just don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it for you. That helps out when you got to get into self-governance and getting your own job and covering your own ass and make sure you're self-sustainable. And then you actually become a commodity value to your family and your friends and your community. But I don't know, how deep you want to go? In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God bless and keep you, my beloved. In